a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Why, hello, television neighbor. You know, today is a beautiful day, and beautiful days deserve to be talked about. Oh, there's someone at the door. Let's go see who it is. Why, look who it is. It's Mr. J. Peely. How are you doing, Mr. J. Peely?
Not too bad, Mr. Rogers. Say, I have a package for you.
You do? What is it?
The fact that I hate this goddamn show. Roll the credits.
Oh, yeah!
Good evening, I'm Luke Lindemeyer.
And I'm J.P. Russell.
And this is Oh Yeah. Local resident Libby Holstenstein Meisterski-Berger has gone missing from the 6th floor. Her former roommate, Amy, had moved out on good terms, saying, and I quote, "Libby smelled like crap, and I couldn't take it anymore." When asked about Libby's recent disappearance and supposed crack addiction, here's what local residents had to say.
Yeah, we don't hear Rent anymore, so that's kind of nice. Well, except when she's singing it. But, you know, whatever. She likes to camp out in other people's rooms all the time. Kind of getting old. But otherwise, things are great.
She still lives here. She's always here!
She wasn't addicted to so many drugs, you know. That'd be cool, but, you know, there's a dealer on every floor. I guess she's ours. And the 3rd floors.
It's not like anything because she still sleeps here.
After some digging, the investigators here at Oh Yeah have seemed to connected some missing dots about the case. Here's an artist's rendering of the entire situation and how it went down piece by piece.
Amy left UW Oshkosh. Her exit started a chain reaction which led back to Libby's room and created a molecular particle buildup outside of her door. This disturbance in the particles outside Libby's room attracted the very large land-roving mountain turtle of Escobar. The turtle became excited and began to track the source of this disturbance. Meanwhile, Libby was minding her own business, reading a book, when all of a sudden the mountain turtle appeared outside of her window on the 6th floor. This frightened her a lot. The turtle then promptly gobbled Libby up, cleaned up the room according to Peter Brook's standards, and returned the room keys to the front desk. As for leaving no entrails of Libby or even finding the large land-roving mountain turtle of Escobar goes, well, that can only be explained by one thing. Chuck Norris came along, and seeing the turtle made him very hungry. He then swallowed the turtle whole, leaving no evidence of the entire event.
That voice sounded a lot like yours, Luke.
Indeed it did, JP. Indeed it did.
And now for our first segment of What Boils My Egg, starring me, J.P. Russell. Sport, what the hell's with them, okay? It's a spoon and a fork. And then you got the ones with the serrated edge where it's like a knife, a spinork knife or some crap like that, okay? No, this is just lazy people. You're just going to be sitting there with your plate and your cup and your napkin with just a spork, okay? How are you supposed to have a fancy dinner where you're all confused about which one to use, okay? They're all keeping each other company, and now you've just got your loner spork, and it's just sitting there pathetic and impotent, okay? That is what boils my egg.
I'll drink to that. And now we go out to our correspondent on the field, Ben Dewing, for our very first installment of Look at That Car.
Look at that car!
Thank you, Ben. Did you know that he was born in Amsterdam?
I did not. That explains a lot.
Indeed. And now we head over to JP for some comments on why it is that Macintosh computers suck. JP?
Thank you, Luke. Frankly, folks, I've got a lot of biffs with Macintosh computers. Sure, it's got Final Cut Pro 5 and you can download millions upon millions of porn videos, but they've still got a lot of problems. Okay, they're not compatible with anything. You've got to go through the Mojave Desert trying to transfer files and switch them over and re-render and all this crap just to play things that are in Windows Media format. Okay, that's not right. The price for these things are outrageous. You can go to the Walmart and try to buy a game for a PC that's $20. The exact same game for a Mac will cost anywhere from $60 to $70. It's the same thing, it's just in a different format. Whoop-de-doo, okay? Deleting files. My Mac loves to delete files that are saved, some I'm working on, or my entire 400 gig external hard drive. This just boils my egg, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I won't stand for it anymore. Sure, the pros outweigh the cons here because I really like Final Cut and porn, but don't buy Macs. That's all I'm trying to say.
Ugh, here, Luke. As for our Halo 2 update, Master Chief Chris Thebo still manages to completely kick our asses. The last known score was me at 6 kills, JP at 12, and Chris with 50. And we were using rockets. When asked about the situation, Mr. Thebo commented saying, "I just got a game that has a guitar for a controller." We tried to get a helpful comment from Chris, but he was too busy paying Chinese workers to play his character on Kingdom Hearts 2, so that he could, and I quote, "have the ultimate character of all time, sell the profile on eBay, and make $1 bajillion selling it to a not-so-well-endowed nerd from Canada who just broke off the relationship he had with his Magic the Gathering trading cards." JP?
And now for some movie news. Thank you, Luke. Later this year, the film Casino Royale, starring Daniel Craig, will be the latest installment to the James Bond 007 series.
You're here.
Indeed. This film is getting a lot of criticism from the media and the fans. The director of this film will be the same director that did GoldenEye, which is, in my opinion, pretty much the best Bond ever. The problem that has been coming up is there's a website called craignotbond.com. These idiots are completely protesting the fact that Daniel Craig will be in this movie, saying that his past roles show him to be a rapist and a drug dealer, and those are the only roles he's good at. If that were true, Alfred Molina would still be Harrison Ford's tour guide in South America. Okay, that's why they're called actors, because they act in different situations as different people. Indeed. Daniel Craig's a damn good actor, but these people are saying that he's not fit to play the role. They're saying that George Lazenby is the second best Bond of all time after Sean Connery. Thank you. Okay, are you serious? The guy that Austin Powers is based off of is the second best Bond of all time. He's that ridiculous. There's a reason he was only in one of the movies, because he sucks. He wasn't even British, okay? He's Australian. You people that are bitching about this need to go out there and get a life. Stop playing in your mother's basement with your Star Trek cardboard cutouts and get some sun, okay? You're complaining when Bond changes and when he's driving a BMW instead of an Aston Martin and using a Walther PPK instead of a Walther P99 or whatever. Okay, you need to go out there and get a life. It doesn't matter. If this keeps going on with, what the hell is his name? The latest Bond,
Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan. If Pierce Brosnan keeps playing, he's going to need a stunt double to walk down the street at his age, okay? Get a life. That's all I'm trying to say. Get a life. And now over to Luke Lindemeyer with his commentary on the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise has a prequel coming out this October. Andrew Bernarski returns as Leatherface. You might remember him as the previous Leatherface and as Chip, Max Schreck's son, in Batman Returns. And praise the Lord, Arlie Ermey returns from Full Metal Jacket fame as the police sheriff. When MTV News crew stumbled upon the Chainsaw set, they found Arlie Ermey chewing tobacco, drinking coffee, and smoking a cigarette. I created this character, said Ermey. The director commented, saying that out of all they've filmed so far, not one line Ermey has spoken is actually from the script.
Pretty much anybody who's smoking a cigarette and chewing tobacco at the same time is a badass among badasses, in my opinion at least.
I'll drink to that as well.
Oh. If you have any questions about Oh Yeah, or if you have any suggestions about what we should talk about in our show, you can email us at ohyeahOshgosh@yahoo.com.
That's ohyeahOshgosh@yahoo.com.
One more time, that's ohyeahOshgosh@yahoo.com.
Well, thank you for downloading our podcast. I'm Luke Lindemeyer.
And I'm JP Russell.
And remember, if the news breaks, it was like that when we found it.
You want to go get drunk?
Absolutely.